What if everything you've been told about aging and energy is only half the truth? What if your lack of energy, your fading drive, and your reduced performance have less to do with your age and more to do with what's missing from your plate? If you're a man over 60 and you find yourself drained before the day is halfway done, struggling to feel the spark you once had, this might be the most important message you'll hear all year. You see, while many doctors are quick to blame age or genetics, the truth is far more empowering and simpler than you might think. My name is Dr. Senior Man. I've spent over 30 years helping men like you reclaim their confidence, strength, and vitality. No drugs, no gimmicks, no shame, just real, natural solutions that work. Today I want to share something with you that most physicians overlook, yet it's backed by both science and decades of first-hand clinical experience. 3 common vegetables. Yes, just vegetables can have a powerful effect on your circulation, hormonal health, and stamina. One of them is so effective at increasing blood flow that doctors often refer to it as nature's Viagra. Another supports testosterone levels naturally, silently working in the background. And the third, it delivers your body premium-grade energy without causing fatigue or sugar crashes. But here's the real secret. It's not just what you eat, it's when you eat it. By combining these vegetables strategically, morning, midday, and evening, you can ignite a chain reaction in your body that boosts your energy performance and clarity like never before. In just 7 days, you may feel stronger, sharper, and more alive than you have in years. So stay with me, because this isn't just a grocery list, it's a blueprint for your daily power ritual, a new beginning, and it starts today. Now, before we dive in, please subscribe and turn on the bell icon. If you're serious about feeling like yourself again, powerful, energized, and clear-headed, drop a 1 in the comments. If you're not sure yet, that's okay. Drop a 0, so I know how to keep improving this channel for you. Every week I deliver straight-to-the-point health advice tailored to men over 60. No fluff, just facts you can act on. Alright, let's talk about the foundation of masculine energy after 60 circulation. Because without strong blood flow, everything, energy, confidence, stamina begins to decline. But here's the good news. There's one vegetable that can flip that switch. Let me tell you about Gerald. Gerald was 64 when I first met him. Big guy, worked in construction his entire life, calloused hands, gravelly voice, proud father of 4. But that day in my office, his strength wasn't what brought him in. It was what he'd lost. "Doc," he said, leaning forward, almost whispering, "I just don't feel like a man anymore. The fire's gone." I can't tell you how many times I've heard those exact words. Most men think the answer is some magic pill or testosterone shot, but what I told Gerald, and what I'm going to tell you, changed everything. For most men, it's not their hormones that are failing them, it's their blood flow. Without healthy circulation, your energy fades, your mental clarity dulls, and yes, your performance takes a hit. But here's the best part. There's a powerful solution that's been sitting in your grocery aisle this whole time. It's not expensive, it's not processed, and you don't need a prescription. Beets. Yes, the humble beet is one of nature's most powerful vascular enhancers. Rich in natural nitrates, beets help your body produce nitric oxide, a molecule that widens blood vessels, improves oxygen delivery, and enhances circulation from head to toe. More blood flow means less strain on your heart, more stamina, faster recovery, and yes, better performance in every sense of the word. When I first recommended beets to Gerald, he laughed. "Doc, you're telling me a vegetable can do what Viagra couldn't?" I smiled. "Try it for a week, just a week." He added half a cup of cooked beets to his lunch every day. No pills, no pressure. 2 weeks later, Gerald walked back into my office with a grin. "Doc," he said, "I don't know what's in those things, but my wife told me to thank you." He's not alone. Study after study shows that beets can help lower blood pressure, improve vascular health, and increase stamina, especially in men over 60. And here's the beauty of it, you don't have to overhaul your diet. Just add a small serving of beets each day, roasted, boiled, or blended into a juice. For extra flavor and even more benefit, squeeze a little lemon and sprinkle a touch of salt. That's it. That's your first step back to feeling like the man you remember. Because when blood flows, life flows. Suddenly, stairs aren't a challenge. Long walks don't drain you. Holding hands with your partner means something again. You're not dragging through the day, you're leading it. That's what power really is. That's what endurance really means. And it all starts with something as simple as beets. But let's go deeper. If circulation is the foundation, then what fuels your inner fire? What gives you that quiet confidence, that morning drive, that sense of grounded strength? Hormones. And the next vegetable we're going to talk about has been silently supporting testosterone levels for decades without fanfare, without hype. But its effects. Life-changing. Let me introduce you to Martin. Martin was 68. Smart as a whip. Always had a clever comeback. But when he walked into my office that day, the spark in his eyes was missing. "Doc," he said, "I'm not depressed. I'm not sad. But I wake up tired. I don't want to do anything. I feel like my body's here, but I'm fading." That level of honesty, that takes guts. And like most men, Martin had no idea that this slow decline in energy, drive, and desire was linked to a natural decline in testosterone. Not the synthetic kind bodybuilders use. I'm talking about your body's own supply, the kind that fuels your emotional stability, your physical power, and your mental clarity. After 60, testosterone levels begin to drop quietly, slowly, almost invisibly. But over time, the man in the mirror starts to look unfamiliar. Now here's the good news. You don't need injections or dangerous treatments to help your hormones. Sometimes it's just a matter of changing what's on your plate. And spinach. Spinach is where that change begins. Let's pick up right where we left off. In the last section, we uncovered the surprising power of beets, how this humble root can radically improve circulation, reignite stamina, and support cardiovascular performance, especially for men over 60. But while circulation forms the physical foundation, true masculine vitality also needs a steady hormonal flame burning inside. That's where our second vegetable comes in. It's a leafy green you may have pushed aside as a child, but today it could be your greatest ally, spinach. Spinach is rich in magnesium, a mineral that plays a pivotal role in your hormonal balance. Why is that important? Because testosterone, the key hormone that fuels energy, drive, and focus, can exist in your body in two forms, bound and free. When it's bound, your body can't use it. But when it's free, testosterone powers your mental clarity, mood, energy, and that quiet inner confidence. Magnesium helps release bound testosterone, increasing your levels of free, usable testosterone naturally. That means no needles, no synthetic replacements, just a little green goodness that restores your body's strength from the inside out. But that's not all. Spinach is also packed with folate, a B vitamin that enhances blood and nerve health. And like beets, it contains plant-based nitrates that support circulation. This means double benefits for your heart, your brain, and even your muscles. And here's something most people don't know. Spinach is one of the rare vegetables that actively supports prostate health, a critical part of male wellness and hormone balance as you age. When I first told Martin about this, I kept it simple. 1 cup of boiled spinach a day, I said. Add it to your smoothie, stir it into your eggs, or sauté it with olive oil and garlic. Whatever works for you. Just make it daily. He raised an eyebrow. That's it? I nodded. That's it. But do it consistently. Your body remembers what strength feels like. All it needs is the right signal. 3 weeks later, Martin was back. His posture straighter, eyes brighter, smile wider. "Doc," he said, "I've been walking more. My sleep is better. I even started flirting with my wife again." I feel alive, but she has no idea why spinach did that. Not because it's a miracle, but because it delivers what your body has been quietly craving: nutrients that restore the natural rhythm of male health. See, we're often told that getting older means accepting fatigue, frustration, and physical decline, that the best years are behind us. But I'm here to tell you it doesn't have to be that way. Your hormones don't have to crash. Your energy doesn't have to fade. Not if you support your body the way nature intended. Spinach helps relight the inner fire, but what about the energy you use all day? The strength to move, to stay sharp, to keep going long after others tire? For that, we need to fuel the external engine. That's where our third vegetable comes in. It's not red, it's not leafy, but it holds the secret to endurance, stable blood sugar, and long-lasting vitality. I'm talking about sweet potatoes. Let me tell you about Charles. Now I know what some of you might be thinking. Aren't sweet potatoes just carbs? Aren't carbs the enemy? Not these. Sweet potatoes have a low glycemic index, meaning they release energy slowly and steadily. No sugar spikes, no sudden crashes. Just clean, reliable fuel your body can count on. They're also rich in potassium more than a banana, in fact, which supports muscle contractions, heart rhythm, and fluid balance. Add to that their fiber antioxidants, manganese, and vitamin A, and you've got a nutritional powerhouse that fuels every major system in your body. When I recommended sweet potatoes to Charles, he was skeptical. "I thought I had to cut out carbs," he said. Here's what I told him. Your body isn't asking for fewer calories, it's asking for better fuel. Fuel that lasts, fuel that doesn't burn out by noon. So we kept it simple. One small roasted sweet potato for lunch or dinner, sea salt, a drizzle of olive oil, nothing fancy, just real food, real nourishment. And in the next section, I'll show you exactly how to build that protocol into your routine step by step, so you can feel stronger, move better, and live fully without pills or gimmicks. Let's take a look at how it works. Let's carry that momentum forward. You now know the power of beets, spinach, and sweet potatoes, how each one plays a vital role in restoring energy circulation and hormonal health. But how do you turn that knowledge into action? That's where the real change begins. It's time to bring all three together in a way that works with your body, not against it. Because here's the truth. After age 60, your body doesn't respond the same way it did in your 30s or even 40s. The rules have changed. What worked back then might not work anymore. So instead of guessing or following rigid diets, I give men something practical, a straightforward framework I call the vegetable protocol. This isn't about cutting out your favorite meals or obsessively tracking calories. It's not a restrictive diet or a passing trend. It's a purposeful way of structuring your meals using 3 powerful natural ingredients: beets, spinach, and sweet potatoes. These aren't miracle foods. They're foundational, real, nourishing tools that can sustainably support blood flow, energy, and daily performance. And I've seen it work again and again in real lives, real mornings, and real men waking up feeling like themselves again. Here's how it goes. Mornings start with beets. Whether it's half a cup of cooked beets or a small glass of beetroot juice, this is how you flip the switch on your circulation. Beets help open your blood vessels, flood your system with oxygen, and awaken every cell in your body. I often tell my patients, it's like flipping on the body's electrical grid. It sends the current exactly where it's needed. Midday. Bring in spinach. 1 full cup of boiled spinach with lunch. However you prefer it, tossed in an omelet, sautéed with garlic, or blended into a green smoothie, the important part is consistency. It doesn't need to be fancy. What matters is that this one habit starts rebuilding your hormonal foundation. At first, the changes might be subtle, a slightly better mood, clearer thinking, but over time, your testosterone support strengthens. Day by day, you feel a bit more like the man you remember. Evening end with sweet potatoes. At dinner, add half a baked sweet potato to your plate. This is your body's steady, sustaining fuel. It helps you wind down without crashing, giving you clean energy through the evening. Even better, it supports balanced blood sugar, something most men overlook but desperately need after 60. That drop in blood sugar at night that wakes you up feeling groggy or restless. This helps prevent that. But here's the secret, it's not just about the vegetables, it's about the timing. Each vegetable plays a role, and when eaten at the right time of day, they support each other. Morning circulation sets the tone. Midday hormonal support keeps your core strong. Evening endurance fuel ensures you rest deeply and wake up ready. In just 7 days, most men begin to notice a difference. Their step feels lighter. Their mind feels clearer. They've got that subtle spark behind their eyes again. And the longer you follow the rhythm, the more powerful the results. This is what we call momentum. It's not about perfection. It's not about restriction. It's about eating food that lifts you up, not weighs you down. I've had men in their 70s tell me they've started hiking again, spending time in the garden, saying yes to intimacy after years of avoiding it, not to chase youth, but to reclaim something deeper: strength. Self-respect. The quiet confidence that comes from finally giving your body the attention it deserves. That's the heart of the vegetable protocol. It's not about going backward, it's about moving forward with clarity, with purpose, and with a simple system that works with your biology. The best part: you can start right now. No appointments, no prescriptions, just your plate, your choice, and your future. But before we close, I want to leave you with one more important message. Because as powerful as this protocol is, it's only the beginning. Food is the first step. If you want true, lasting change, there's one more thing you need, and it's not in your fridge or your pantry. It's something internal. Once you discover it, everything else falls into place. But first, let me leave you with this. In over 30 years of working with men, I've had thousands sit across from me, look me in the eye, and say, in different ways, the same thing: I don't feel like myself anymore. Sometimes it was exhaustion. Sometimes it was low desire. Sometimes it was just a quiet sense that something had dimmed inside and they couldn't get it back. And I've always told them the same thing. You're not broken. You're not finished. Your body still remembers how to live. All you need to do is give it the right support. That's why we talk about these 3 vegetables. Not because they're trendy, not because they're exotic superfoods from a faraway land, but because they work. Beets open the current, spinach reignites the fire, sweet potatoes give you the power to carry it all through. And when you combine them morning, midday, and evening, you create a cycle of strength. Natural, sustainable, simple. Food that fuels your strength instead of stealing it. Because this isn't about being perfect. It's not about following a flawless diet or living in the past. It's about creating a rhythm that restores not just your body but your spirit. I've watched men transform. I've seen posture straighten, eyes brighten, marriages renew. I've heard stories of men who finally walked pain-free, who felt confident again in intimacy, who looked in the mirror and saw something they hadn't seen in years. Not youth, but strength. You don't have to go back to being 25, but you can feel powerful again, clear, grounded, capable, the man you were never left. He's just been waiting for you to believe, for you to commit, for you to give him real food. Start small. Start today. 1 glass of beet juice, 1 cup of spinach, half a sweet potato. Every bite is a vote for the man you still are. And if no one's told you this in a long time, let me be the one to say it. You can still change. At any age, you're just getting started. Let's walk this path together. 1 plate, 1 choice. 1 real, strong day at a time. If this message spoke to you like the video, share it with another man who needs to hear it. And leave a comment below. Tell me where you're tuning in, from what stage of your journey you're in. And if you believe more men over 60 deserve this kind of honest, empowering content, consider making a small donation to support our work. Your support means more than you know.